not to let you in, fall, or let you go. I'm giving it up for me. Hey guys, welcome to the video. Happy New Year, Happy New Decade, 2020, woohoo! So, sorry, I'm so sorry. So today's video is going to be a chat, and I'm just going to talk about what my intentions are for 2020. So the difference between intentions and resolutions are that these are less numerically based. It's more like I want to go into the new year with these thoughts in my brain and with this intention in mind of how I'm going to live my life, but I don't want to necessarily put very specific numbers that I need to follow. I think there are a couple on here, but that's it. So yeah, let's get into it. And I'm just going to be doing my makeup while we talk because that makes it a little bit more dynamic. Ooh, fun. Okay. So let me pull up these resolutions. Let me pull up a mirror so that we can actually see our makeup. I've been using this like really fancy old mirror and it's hilarious and I love it. I kind of want to take it back to school with me because I'm so amused by it. So I kind of broke these up into sections. They're not super broken up and some of them like have overlapping where it's kind of like I could have put them in either section, so I just kind of arbitrarily chose to put them in that section. But that's fine. Right now I'm just using my Imperialis moisturizer like I always do because it's the moisturizer that I own and that I quite enjoy, although I'm going to try another one I think next time when this runs out. But you'll hear about that whenever that's in an empties video. Okay, so I have specific YouTube/social media intentions. The first of which is to stay consistent with getting my videos up for you guys. I go through stages where I'm releasing videos every couple of days or even every day, and then I go through stages where I have not posted in multiple months, and I just want to kind of get into a constant steady state of one video every few days that are pre-planned, pre-filmed. Not when I say pre, I don't mean like significantly far in advance, just like before the day of, so that I know that like content is going out. And then once I get a significant, like once I know that like a month is secure, I might do some more filming and some more uploads as things come up throughout it. So the goal is to have one every few days going up. And then if I want to sprinkle in some more like relevant things, I want to talk about some drama that's happening or something that has occurred, I can just add that in. But if I don't, or if nothing like that I feel like needs to be addressed, then I have videos that are going up. Basically, I just want to be more consistent, to be fair to you guys and to be fair to myself, like giving myself the respect I deserve as somebody who's doing this. Obviously as a hobby, but still, like when I knitted, because I used to knit, I mean I still do knit, I would like mark off times where I was knitting, and so we need to do the same thing with this, is my point. I had finite goals of finishing a scarf at a certain time, and so I have to do the same thing with this. Okay, by the way, this is my optical illusion. It's Urban Decay. It's a optical illusion complexion primer. I really like it right now because it's super hydrating. Or when I say super hydrating, it's super hydrating, but I can definitely feel that it's hydrating the areas I need it to hydrate. Plus, I feel like it makes my makeup stay on longer, and it hides especially like my bigger pores over here. So I'm super into it. My next one, you are going to be very grateful to if you watch my vlogs, which is I'm going to work on getting b-roll for my vlogs, because I always tell you guys I'm doing stuff and then I just don't film any b-roll of it, which is definitely a I just don't think about it issue than an like I'm lying or I'm not doing anything or whatever, which I assume nobody thought I was lying. I think it's like when I go back and I edit my vlog, sometimes I'm like, wow, this is boring because it's just me talking and telling you what I'm doing and then not actually showing you what I'm doing, and that's unfair to you. You clicked on this video expecting a vlog and not a sit-down video. Yeah. That's about it. I mean, that's just like me getting better at the thing that I'm doing and getting more comfortable with blogging specifically, but filming in general as well. 3, this is, I chose to put this in this category just because I am going to be documenting it, but I was going to do it either way, which is keep up with my project pan, be panning at least one thing every month, or at least be making good progress. I don't think it should be too hard for me to keep up because I am the type of person who, once I pick the thing I'm using, I kind of just use it until it's used up. Um, but definitely not getting disheartened if I'm not able to do as well as I thought I was going to be able to do. Especially with my pan that palette, just because panning a palette is a lofty goal, especially the way I'm going to try to do it, which you'll see in my intro video for my project pan and my pan that palette, which should be the next video to come up. So yeah, just like keeping up with that, keeping up with updating you guys about it, making sure that I'm keeping track of the amount of times I'm using things. I just don't want to fall off that because it's something that I really enjoy watching and I really want to take part in this coming year. This is a social media, not a YouTube, but I just want to be more consistent with my IG posts. The last one I posted was about Black Friday, at least by the time I'm filming this, and I'm filming this a little bit early. I'm filming it in late December, and yeah, I'm gonna try to post a picture today, but I just don't think about it, and I just don't have time to like take a lot of pictures, and so I just want to be a little bit more consistent with that and take a little bit more pictures as I go through my life. And then the last thing, which I do think could have gone into my personal growth category, but I put it in my YouTube just because I, again, like the Project Pan, I'm going to be documenting it for you guys a lot. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more foundation here. Which is that I just want to be a little bit more, not adventurous. I guess, yeah, adventurous is the right word, but just kind of define my style and find the things I like with my makeup and my fashion. So again, not just in terms of videos, in terms of just like the life that I'm living, but I do just want to explore more and feel more comfortable in my skin, both in terms of doing more interesting eye looks and more interesting makeup, and having a more curated wardrobe based on me first spending a good part of the beginning of this year messing around with fashion, doing some fashion challenges with you guys to really see what it is that I like wearing, what's in my closet that I think has a lot of versatility and use, and what doesn't, so that I can curate a collection that I genuinely enjoy, and it's not just about being small, it's about things that I actually enjoy, because right now I have not very much clothes, but I don't really know if I like the clothes, because it's just kind of like the clothes I already had, and I just got rid of, I don't know if that makes sense, it's like I got rid of clothing that I don't wear, but I kept clothing, and I kept clothing that I do wear, but I don't really know if I even like the style that I currently have, and like, that doesn't mean I'm gonna go out and like, make a whole wardrobe if I figure out what my, ooh, that was really pinky, why was that really pinky? I just realized that my light isn't on, so I feel like this whole first part of this video is going to be a little bit weird. And now I can see that it looks like I just gave myself a bruise on my face. That's great. Okay. But yeah, so those are my YouTube goals, and now we will go into my personal growth goals. Okay, I call this section personal growth kind of because I just wasn't really sure what else to call it. I think that is essentially what it is for me, at least as a person. It's just like the things I want to work on that have nothing to do with sharing them with you guys, sharing them with other people. Like, it's about me and it's about what I want for myself. Just as a human. So, yeah. So I want to read at least one book a month. That's for fun. That's not for school. That's not for classes. And that, like, doesn't sound very hard. But I just feel like when school is happening, I go to a very accelerated school. Classes are 7 weeks long. Like, you do an entire semester in 7 weeks, and then you do it again for the next 7 weeks, which is kind of an interesting system. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's also kind of fun. It's like, they're very the positives are very positive and the negatives are very negative about that kind of system, but it also means that I don't really have like the time to relax and read a book, especially when I'm trying to do this with you guys and I'm just trying to be like a more social and fun creature. So yeah, so I found that I haven't really been reading during the school year. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this. This is the Glimmer duo from Manna Kadar Beauty, and I just used the highlight, and I'm going in with the contour shade. But yeah, so I feel like I wasn't really like reading books, and this isn't like a I want to read 12 books kind of resolution. This is I'm probably going to read about 25. That's usually what I read in a year. But I don't want it to be what it kind of normally is, which is I will just absorb books. I will consume them for 4 books in like 2 weeks, and then I won't read for 2 months. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but I just don't want that to be what I do in the new year. Obviously I might do that on some level, but I don't want that 2 month of not reading. Like I want to recognize that reading is something that I really enjoy, that relaxes me, that makes me happy, and so I want to do it, I guess. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it's something that I want to do even when I am, like, doing schoolwork and I'm reading a lot of case studies and scientific journal articles and I'm doing a lot of research. Like, I still want to have, like, something I go back to. And if I know that that month is going to be really stressful for me, then maybe I'll read a YA novel, like a fiction, something light, something not as intense, or at least something not as scientific. But I want to read something. And that does include audiobooks, which is something that I'm hopefully expanding more of my horizons into during this year as well. And then keeping up with my podcast is my next one, which I listen to so many podcasts and I love my podcast. I'm so sorry for whatever noise is happening outside. I have no idea if you can hear me right now. I'm so very sorry. I do not know what that is. It's going away, which makes me happy. Yeah, so I want to keep up with my podcast this year. I usually don't fall too behind, but I definitely noticed that during finals week, I was falling behind, and when I'm being very busy for a week, even if it's not finals week, I'm falling behind, just because I get more than one a day, and I can usually listen to about 1 to 2 a day, and so I do tend to fall behind, and that makes me sad, but I'm definitely going to work on curating it a little bit more this year. I don't need 3 different science podcasts, even if they're talking about different stuff. I just can't listen to all of them, and so that's a waste overall. If having 3 means I don't listen to any, versus if I have one, at least I'm listening to that one, you know? I also just think the topics then my podcasts have gone a little bit more annoying over the I don't know. In the last little bit, I've been ugh. But anyway, my next thing is that I want to support indie, small, and local brands whenever possible this year. That does mean on my channel, I want to be showing you guys companies that I support that are smaller. I'm going to have a video coming out in the next couple videos that's indie brands that I want to support, and that's makeup, that's candles, that's beauty, that's anything else, and those are very specifically indie, small businesses that are online. Obviously, there are ones in my hometown that I also want to support. There are ones in my college town that I want to support. I'm gonna go up to see my cousins. I think I'm up with my cousins while you're watching this, and I want to shop locally at their stores because I think that's really important. When I go and I travel, I always try to support the local economy while I'm there, because that's part of the reason you're traveling, you know? Or that's part of the reason people like tourists and travelers, because you're supposed to be supporting the local economy. And then my last personal growth goal, is I want to focus on school, both in terms of my grades, which obviously are always really important. That's always an intention going into the new year, is to like revamp my love of learning and my love of education, even if I don't have a particular love for an education system. I do really love the university I'm at. And I do think that the way it works is good. Like I know I said before that the pros are very high and cons are very low, but overall I do think that it falls on the pro side because there's more pros than cons. But I just want to focus on that. Obviously, that's like the most important thing that I do with my life is being a student right now. And then on top of that, I want to be more social. I want to go to more social events at college and just experience more things because I am being social right now. I'm spending most of my waking hours surrounded by people, talking to people, making friends, doing things with people. But it's the same people, and I want to branch out more. I want to make more connections. I want to find like my niche in my home, in my community, even when I am exploring everything else. And I do know that like the people that I'm friends with are gonna be there. And it's not that I don't love those people. It's just like my college is bigger than any other school I've ever gone to. I know some people who actually this was my class is smaller than their high school graduating class, but that's not the case for me. And I just really want to explore because I've never had such a wide breadth of opportunity. So yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're done with personal growth and we're done with the face. So let's move on to financial goals. Ooh. Okay, so before we get into this, I just want to say I'm using the Urban Decay Optical Illusion primer on my eyes as well. That's not what I wanted to say, but this is what I'm doing. I just want to say that obviously I come from a huge place of privilege because I am working to get my education, like my higher education, as in my graduate degree, but also my master's degree. Or my undergraduate degree, not my graduate degree, because that would be a master's degree. I'm able to go to school, I'm able to study the thing that I love, I am able to make money while I am in school because of my citizenship status. I know people who cannot do that. There's so many levels of privilege that I'm speaking on when I do talk about financial issues, as well as I know that financial issues are a tough subject for people to hear, even if they also come from a place of privilege, just because it's kind of a thing that we ignore in our society as much as we possibly can. I'm going to use my Naked Cherry palette today because I always use my Naked Cherry palette. The silly question. Silly. I always use my Naked Cherry palette. Okay. So I'm going in with Hotspot, which is the white one, as a eyeshadow primer setter. I just want to set my primer, essentially. Okay, so financially. One of the things I really want to do this semester is get a new job on campus. I'm trying to work with the admissions department. I have no idea if that's actually going to happen, but I want a job regardless of what that job is, just because I didn't get a job the first semester because I really wanted to focus on grades. And I think that worked out well for me. But the amount of money that I have saved is not coming to a close. I have more than enough money to not get a job in my savings because I have been saving for multiple summers on end for this very instance. But I just want to start working now because I want to make a connections on campus and have and this feeds into my next goal, which is I want more money coming into my bank account than leaving it every month. And that includes now, I'm using Caution, which is like the more my skin tone nude eyeshadow primer. I just realized that you might not be able to see anything that I'm doing. I'm gonna zoom in on my face so that you can see my eyeshadow more. Yes, so that's like just this whole year, like not just in the next coming months, while I'm in school. I want to have more money going into my bank account than leaving it each month, because I have signed a lease on an apartment for the new year. Like, not for the new year as in the new year right now, but my next year of college. And I just want to make sure that I have enough money to pay my rent and pay for my food. And so I'm just starting to save now, because even though I'm planning on getting a summer internship, that's another intention of mine. I've been applying, I'm currently applying, I'm going to keep applying until I get accepted somewhere, hopefully, and if not, then this summer will just be a lot of learning for me, working on projects that I can then add to my resume, as well as working with you guys a lot, putting a lot of effort into this, and taking some summer classes. So I do have an option if I don't get an internship, but I would really love to get an internship. I think it would be a really good experience. I'm trying to do it here at home or near my school, because I do have an apartment lined up that I can move into over the summer, and then I wouldn't just be paying rent for an empty house. But either way, I really do just want to, like I don't know, I want a summer internship. I want to see how my job will be in the real world. It's just something that's really important to me as a computer science major, because I've seen how my job, like, can be so many different things. Like, it doesn't have to be what people kind of assume. I'm using Bing in my crease. I know I already did my, like, whatever it's called, lid, but I'm using Bing in my crease. I just used Juicy in my lid, by the way. But I do just, that's something that I really want to do. I'm going to use my creaseless concealer to clean it up just a little bit, even though there's really no creaseless concealer left in this concealer. So yes, that's something that I definitely am very interested in doing over the summer. That's something that I'm working hard to bring that intention to life. I'm working hard to bring every intention to life, but that's just something I really want, is a summer internship. And then my final financial goal is just to keep on top of my budgeting spreadsheet. I've had one for basically a year now, but excuse me, I've not been like super strict with it. I don't really buy anything when I'm on campus, because I have a meal plan that I had to get, even though sometimes it doesn't feed me. And the meal plan comes with like meal swipes for meals, but then also with like money to get stuff like off campus, or not off campus, but like that's not necessarily, I'm not like making a smoky eye, but I'm just like adding some darkness to my outer with privacy. Then I'm going to actually use the brush that this comes with, which I hardly ever use, just to do some blending. Yes, so yeah, so I like kind of have used it, but I kind of haven't used it, just because I like maybe spend $15 a month on food outside of the school, whether that's because I've eaten out like one weekend and then I've gotten some food from the grocery store. Like, I just don't spend that much. I basically just had my notes on my phone, and I would just add like it to my notes. I'd just be like, oh yeah, okay, I got food here, and it was this much, and I just really was not spending more than maybe $15 a month. And while I don't think that's gonna change, I have another couple months of being on my meal plan, probably spending about the same, if not spending less, because now that it's like the cold winter season, I'm probably going to be going off campus less, for the sake of not freezing to death. And so I really don't foresee that being an issue. But I just want to get on top of it now, especially now that I'll like have income coming in from whatever job I end up getting on campus, and my internship, and I'll have money going out in the second half of the year for my apartment. And so I do want to get on top of it now when I have like a little bit of an easier time to track, so that if there's any problem shooting that I have to do, I can figure that out before it becomes if I don't pay this bill, I lose my heat. But yeah, okay. Those were all of my intentions, but my face is not done, so we're gonna just speed through my face really quick. I was gonna do eyeliner, but now I don't think I'm gonna do eyeliner. I need to pick a glimmer color. I think I'm gonna go in with Young Love, because I've been really liking it recently. It's like a little bit darker, and I just think it's so pretty right now. I don't know. Something about it, man. It's just getting me this winter season. So, eyes are done, mascara's done, I brushed my eyebrows with my spoolie. I am just going to go back in with this brush. Make sure I'm fully blended out to my heart's content. Apply my blush, which is from my Pacifica Beauty's Radiance Powders face palette that has 2 different highlights, one that I use as an eyeshadow, a contour, and a blush. And I'm just going to go in with the blush. The blush is called Sunset Matte. It's very pretty. A very light blush, but buildable. So I can definitely control how much I'm putting on my face, which I love. I really want to know your guys' intentions. Whatever they are they academic? Are they personal growth? Oh, yeah. Okay, we got our blush going on. I like it to look like the snow is like attacking my face. Oh, and then some brush on your nose, because I like that look. And I'm going in with my Ulta Beauty finishing powder. It's just this finishing powder that I've had forever, that I'm currently on a mission to use up. Not Project Pan mission, but just like, it's the only finishing powder I have, so I just use it every day, and it will slowly get used up, hopefully. I obviously have very massive pan in it. I cannot wait to try some more makeup this new year. That's like part of, I feel like, my adventurous with makeup kind of thing that I'm saying, is like, I'm going to be using up products, and so I'm going to be able to, and when I'm using up projects, I'm going to be playing with them and being adventurous. But also, once I finished up products, I'm going to be able to, I'm going to take this brush, which is the eyeshadow brush, and use it to pat down my under eyes. I'm going to be able to try more different products and try new brands, and that in itself is an adventure. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, tell me what you guys are like excited to do. What are your intentions going into this new decade? I'm really excited. I'm really happy that you're all here with me. I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Natural Luxe lip balm as my lip today. It's almost sheer, but it's not really sheer. And it's almost sheer, but it has like a little bit of a pigment. And I like it. It's in the shade 230. Oh, which is apparently coral. I have never looked at the bottom of this. Payton. But yes. Please let me know your intentions down below. Let me know what you think about my intentions down below. Be nice, please. If you liked this look, everything that I put on my face will be linked down below. Other than that, I hope you liked this video. And if you want to stick around, you totally can, because I make new videos every few days and I would love for you to be here. And besides that, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
You're too scared to spell. No matter the cost, you